Hi there. What we'll follow now is a set of very simple exercises that can be done at home. It's a sequence which I've been working with a group of pensioners, and they quite enjoy it. So I thought I'll share it here. It doesn't require a super high fitness levels. There isn't much effort involved, but still it provides a bit of movement. It gives joints a little exercise, and it definitely helps the heart to pump the blood a bit faster. So if there's nothing for you, not enough challenge, then please pass it on to your moms, to your dads, to your grandfathers, grandmothers, aunties, uncles, or whoever may be benefiting from it. So let's start. The whole sequence is very easy. You don't need anything apart from at some point maybe a chair. And in other videos I will also add some exercises that involve a stick. I'll be using an old mop stick. Could be anything, could be your umbrella as well, and rubber band. But in this first sequence, we don't need anything, just ourselves, and maybe a bit of fresh air, so we can open the window for that. Maybe you can even hear birds outside of my window. And we can start with a very easy way of warming up ourselves to that sequence, which is shaking Qigong. It comes from Chinese medicine or Chinese movement and exercise techniques. But basically what it is, we're standing with our feet shoulder width apart, and we put our body into a little bit of a shaking motion as initiated by our knees. So our knees slightly bent for that. We're relaxing our shoulders, relaxing our arms. Start to breathe. Just giving our body just a general incentive and push. And we're relaxing our jaw. We can relax our eyes, our gaze. All body is relaxed. The movement starts from the knees, and the whole body is in that shaking motion. I know it may seem a bit funny, but it's very easy, and you may actually even skip this part if you find it too strange for yourself. Nevertheless, it's a very nice and easy way to warm up for the start. Then we can think about as if we were bouncing a ball off the ground, like that. And in this motion of shaking, the weight of our body is slightly on the balls of our feet. And like that, we're activating the main energy channel in our body, channel of the kidney. Okay, so when we're done with that and we have enough of shaking, and we stop, and we feel how body is now feeling, how blood is circulating, and take a nice deep breath in and out, and in and out, and one more in and out. Okay, and now we start to do this sort of round movement with our hands, freely following our shoulders, and we're looking back, following our shoulder, and keeping our eyes open so we don't lose balance in this situation. And just continue like that. You can count those turns. You can think of any number. I can think of 10, 20, or go all the way to 50 times. It really is up to you. Just feel how your body behaves. Feel the rotation in your spine. Feel movement of your shoulders, of your arms and your neck. Feel what's happening with your pelvis. And feel that all this motion goes all the way to your knees and your ankles and your feet. So we're engaging here the whole body in this very simple exercise. and looking behind. Okay, and when we're done, we're happy with it, and we can give our kidneys a little bit of a rub. It's a very, very nice thing to awaken the energy in our body. If we feel a bit sleepy, it's also a very nice thing. We can also give a little massage in this way, a little slapping ourselves a little bit. And okay, so we're done here. We can put our hands on our hips and do a bit of rotations. We're thinking that our head and our feet are not changing the position, and the whole motion is happening on the level of our pelvis. Our hips are here very nicely involved, engaged. You can keep your hands this way, you can keep your hands this way. Doesn't matter. I just do the rotations, maybe 10 times on one direction, 10 times in the other direction. Okay. And now we go to give a little bit of a warm up to our knees. Come a bit closer. And then we rotate our knees. And in the other direction. And then we do a little bit of like a sit up. Maybe it will be easier to see in this direction. Okay. All right. I don't know, 5, 7, 10 times. Every day is different. Every time we may feel different, and we may have more energy and more wish to exercise. So you just calculate for yourself how many times you want to repeat those exercises. Okay. All right. So after this initial warm-up, we're going to start with our shoulders. So exercises for our shoulders will look more or less like this. We start with rotations to the back, 5, 7, 10 times, whatever you like. And then again to the front. Okay, now we can put our hands on our shoulders, do a little bit of rotations. Now this part of the routine can also be done in sitting, so you can sit down on a chair if you don't feel like standing. Absolutely fine. And then we go opposite direction. Click, click. Joints are clicking. And then we're gonna do the whole arm movements. We're gonna go to the back and try to keep as big the circles as possible. So using the whole range of motion in our shoulders. Okay, and there we're going to the front again. Breathe. And enough. Okay, now we're gonna put our hands here in the prayer position. Or we can imagine that in between our hands is a walnut. And we want to squeeze it, or there could be a squeegee bowl, whatever you want to imagine there, and we push a hand against our hand, creating a really, really good tension of our pectoralis muscles, and we relax. And push hand on the hand, and relax. And again, hand on the hand, pushing, and relax. And hand on the hand, pushing, and relax. And the last one maybe, and relax. Okay, now we're gonna kind of put together our fingers in a bit of a knot here, and now we're trying to separate those hands, but we're holding on here, so counting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and shaking our hands down, our legs. Yeah, as I said, this can be also done pretty much over what we do now in the sitting position, if you find it difficult to stand and do it. And then we're gonna go into a little bit of opposite direction motion, and we're gonna open our arms. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Again, shaking hands a little bit if needed. You can also massage your hands, going up and down. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little stretch to our shoulders. So holding our elbow, and we're moving the elbow towards the other side. We're opening that space between the spine and the between spine and the shoulder blade. Okay, and here the same thing on the other side. You can keep your arm straight, or you can put it on the shoulder here. These are both absolutely fine. Okay, and now continue. We're gonna stretch our hands, bring them down, stretch our hands, bring them down, stretch, down, and stretch, and down. Okay, pulling the fingers is also quite a nice exercise. Okay, shaking hands again, and we're moving forward. So we're gonna do a stretch to the side, slightly, legs slightly apart, and we go side bend, very easy. Can put our hand on our hip if we like, or down the leg. So like that, we're giving really nice stretch to the whole of this side. We are engaging in opening our lungs. We're also giving some nice stretch to our large intestine. Kidneys also get a little bit of workout this way. We can do it by 1, 2, 3, and up, or just stretch, breathe out, breathe in, and out. Okay, so we're ready. We finish this part of the exercise, and then we can go further. So we're going to, keeping our hands on our shoulders, on our hips, we're going to move forward and back, forward and back. Lunges, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward, back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, now we can go and stay in that lunge and do a little bit of a stretch, keeping our back straight, feeling that what's happening behind in our calves, and also giving the front line a little bit of a stretch. Okay, and the opposite side, same story, giving it a little bit of a stretch here, very nice. Okay, and now it's very similar thing. We're gonna go to the side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 We can add our hands here as well, our arms. I'm going to move a bit down. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now we can maybe put our legs slightly more apart and give ourselves a nice stretch to the side, one side and the other, and again and again, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, to finish that part, we can clasp our hands behind our back and open our chest. Breathing, breathing out, breathing in and out, and So now we're going to move to the part with the chair. We're going to stand next to the chair, starting with the very simple, very nice form of exercise. We're going to be coming up on our toes and on our heels. Up to the toes and heels. Up to the toes and heels. Up and down. Calf muscles are one of the really, really important ones, for a reason that they are the really, really, really essential part of the blood pump in our body. Of course, we have our heart, but the blood has to come back somehow, and muscles do encourage that return of blood back to the big veins and to the heart. So we're going that very nice and back, and back, and again as many times as you feel like. As I said, one day you may want to do more, the other day less. That's absolutely fine. Okay, when we're happy with it, we can also do another exercise form, supporting ourselves on the chair, doing little lunges again, here, left and right side, and here, and the opposite side. And a very nice thing for the feet and for the ankles, for the toes, is a little rotation of the ankle on the tip of our toes, and then coming back again the opposite direction. Okay, and the other leg. We always try to do things on both sides. One side may be easier than the other, but both is good to address. Okay, right. Next we're standing in front, or next to the chair actually, next to the chair, and we swinging our leg back and forth. Very good to hold yourself here for balance. So we do one leg, then we come to the other side of the chair, and we do the same thing, the other leg. Breathing, and repeating again as many times as we feel on that day. Okay, and then coming down here, and then we're going to do opposite side, the opposite movements, so standing behind the chair, and we're going to move and swing our leg the opposite direction. Up, up, up. A little bit like in a ballet school. Okay, and when we happy with it, then we're coming to the other side, the other leg, and the same way, swinging motion to the side. And again, and again, and again, and again. Okay. We may take a little break, get a couple of breaths, looking up, breathe in, looking down, out, with our arms together, and out, and in, and out. Okay, now let's do something a little for balance. Very, very nice exercise for balance. And we're gonna go standing side to the chair, keeping our foot in the front, supporting ourselves on the chair, and gradually one hand away, the other hand away, trying to find balance here, keeping our eyes open, and down. Okay, and now the other leg in front, and we can try a little bit of balancing here. There's no problem supporting yourself until you confident to be just standing on one foot and then down. Okay, then we can do similar thing with our leg to the back, one hand to the side, and let's see if we can stand here on one foot and then catch the balance, catch our chair for balance. So yeah, and then eventually for a few seconds balancing this way. And then the same on the other side, hand to the side, the other one to the side, and standing like this and coming back. Okay, so I think pretty much we did everything in standing, and now we can sit down finally on the chair. We start with a couple of breaths again, breathing in, out, in, out, and in, and out. Okay. As I said, there are particular exercises that can be done on the chair, so we're not going to be coming back to that on the chair on standing. We just move to those which are particularly for the chair. So one hand on the shoulder and the other one on the opposite one, and we standing up, sitting down, standing up, sitting down, up and down, up and down, up to 10 times, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and up. Okay, if you find it difficult, then it's fine to support yourself on the knees. So you can do the same thing like this. It's also fine. Or even on the chair, push yourself from the chair and stand up. The only thing is with standing up from the chair, that you need to move your body center, body weight a little bit to the front. So kind of sticking out a little bit your sitting and then moving forward. So let's have a look at it again. So I'm here, I'm forward now, I keep my weight on my feet, and then I come up. Straight back and up. It's a good exercise for the glutes, for postural muscle, for the back, very good for the core musculature as well, and for coordination of all of those. Very, very good exercise. So when we're down here, can take a little break. Again, breathe in, breathe out, and move to the next exercise. We're going to be lifting our leg, trying to keep it horizontally and holding it there, feeling the musculature here or the quadriceps muscle here tightening up and down. So we can lift it up, hold it here for a few seconds, and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And up and down. Okay? The same thing on the other side, of course. One, holding there a few seconds, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Again, as many repetitions as you find suitable on the day. Okay. So, and if there's not enough effort here for you, you may as well put some weights on your ankles, or even a sack of salt or sugar, and then do that exercise as well, giving a little bit more strength, a little bit more effort, which is very good for thigh muscle. Also, it's good for stability of the core, but also very good exercise for the knee. Actually, if any problem with the knee, this is a very good exercise to do. Okay, so next one, we gonna hold our fingers on our shoulders and touch the right elbow to the left knee and opposite. Left to the right, right to the left. And like this. Again, as many repetitions as you find suitable for a moment or for the day. Could be anything from 1 to 10. Take a break, have another 10 if you like. Pause the video, take a couple of breaths, then resume and continue with the sequence. Okay? So we continue here. All right. And when we're happy with it and we feel like we're done, we stop. Okay? All right. Another exercise is a tiny little exercise, but very, very good for the lower back and very good for the hips as well as pelvic floor. It's a little rolling motion when we first slouch now, maybe even a bit closer to the edge. Slouching in the chair and coming up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. And down and up. Down and up. Down and up. And down and up. Okay. Then here we can also do another form of a side stretch, and that is designed specifically for our intestine, large intestine, which is climbing up on the right side and coming down on the left side. Also very good for lungs. So we're holding our hand, our fingers of our one hand with the fingers of the other. We're reaching up, up, up as high as we can, and do the side bend. Couple of deep breaths and come back. And again, up, breathe out, stretch, and down, and come back. Okay, you can do one more time. Breathe in, breathe out to the side, up, and down, and in, and out, and in, and out. Okay. Again, we can do something for our ankles and our toes with a leg stretched forward. We can do some rotations here. We can bring the toes towards ourselves and away from ourselves. Okay. And again here the same thing, one direction, opposite towards yourself and away. Okay. And we're nearly done. We just have few things to do, if you like. And the next one will be to do something for our wrists. So we can go up and down here. Our fingers clasped. And then we can do a little rotation movement. And so like one hand comes on top of the other. Again, we can shake our hands. And we're going to do a little bit for our neck at the end. So we're going to look one direction and turn the other. Turning left and right. And right. Left and right. Left and right. And one and 2. Okay. And now at the end, a couple of breaths. Breathe out to the ground, looking at the ground, relaxing our neck. And again, in and out. And in, looking up and down. Okay. And just a little one more for the neck is to give our neck nice stretch opposite direction. And here again. And one direction and the opposite. Okay, we can wrap our shoulders nicely across the top of a shoulder, usually place of tension and stress. A little rubbing of our arms, our chest, our back, kidney area again, and the legs, maybe even give it a little bit more energizing. Okay, and in the end we can do a little relaxation technique. We can follow this, what we're gonna do now, which is a shorter form, or just go to another movie where we will do a little bit longer version of that exercise. Basically, at the end it's good to just sit comfortably, maybe find yourself a pillow to support yourself at the back, just put it here between the chair backrest and your back, so that you're sitting pretty much straight, your shoulders are relaxed, you can put your hands on your knees, and just for a moment focus on your breath. Breathe in through your nose if you can, and breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in the fresh new air, and breathe out old energy, not needed anymore. When you calm your breath like this, you can just turn to a really relaxed breathing without controlling, breathing in and out through your nose. Allowing all thoughts and feelings and sounds both at home and outside, to just be as they are. Allow them to just pass, keeping your focus on the breath that comes in and out. Through the tip of your nose. We allow all our ideas, our plans, our regrets, or whatever is taking us into the future, into the past, just relax. Just for a moment, be here and now. Feel your body. Feel the relaxation coming with every breath. Feel the tiredness leaving you with every out-breath. Now feel inside of your body. Imagine a little golden transparent light in your middle of your chest. This light grows bigger and bigger, filling up all your chest, filling your abdomen, all the way to your pelvis. Wherever this light arrives, It removes all tiredness, pain, sickness, some old emotions. We just allow it to disappear and dissolve like snowflakes in the hot water. The light goes down to our legs, our knees, our calves and feet, to the tips of our toes, and for the shoulders, arms, forearms, wrists, all the way to the tips of our fingers. We keep our eyes closed, relaxed, feeling the light coming to our throat and higher, feeling the space between our ears, behind our eyes, filling up our head completely. Everything that's harmful, painful, not needed, dissolves. We feel that energy, we feel the health in our body, and now start to shine this light out to the world. There's light we imagine that reaches our family members, our friends, neighbors, people who we know and like, and dissolves their pain and their illness, giving them happiness. We imagine seeing them like that, healthy and happy. We also send this light to those we don't know, or even those who we don't want to know, the ones who we have problem with or who have problem with us. We allow this light to dissolve their suffering, and we wish them all the best. We wish them all the best, far away from ourselves. It's a great relief. We're feeling that happiness and health inside us and everywhere around. And then when we're ready to finish this short relaxation or meditation technique, we allow all the light together with the happiness and health of all beings around to return to our body. And we remain in that feeling, an experience of this golden light, containing happiness and health of us and everyone. Now slowly we bring ourselves to the room where we are. We can start moving our fingers, our toes, our wrists and ankles, elbows and hips and shoulders, all our body. Taking a deep breath and really appreciate the moment. Okay, hope that this is useful and that you can enjoy that. As I mentioned, you can do it in the capacity that you're feeling of doing it. Each day could be different. You may just do all the exercises and skip the last part of the relaxation part, or just do the relaxation if you feel like that's the only thing you want to do. And I do hope that you are well, healthy, and that you find this useful. Okay, take good care.